Join me as I dive into the brutal world of the Spartans and see if I can survive just one day living by their insane training rules. In this video, you'll explore the infamous Spartan culture and their notorious practices that defined their way of life. One of the main misconceptions about the Spartans is that they were bloodthirsty killers, always on the lookout for their next victim. But the reality is that the Spartans were a highly disciplined society, governed by a strict code of laws and morals. They weren't brutal for the sake of brutality. Their harsh environment and constant threats from their neighbors demanded it. But even with that context, it's hard to deny the sheer ferocity of the Spartans in battle. The phalanx formation, where rows of heavily armored warriors formed a nearly impenetrable wall of shields, was a thing of terror to behold. And when the battle was over, the Spartans didn't take prisoners. They annihilated their enemies. Total war, total victory. And yet, despite this fearsome reputation, the Spartans were also known for their rigid adherence to their code of honor. They were respectful of their opponents, even in defeat, and would often spare the lives of worthy foes. One of the most famous battles in Spartan history is the Battle of Thermopylae, where a handful of Spartan warriors held off an army of Persian invaders. The Spartans fought to the last man, stalling the Persian advance and giving the rest of Greece time to prepare for battle. It was a glorious defeat, and one that cemented the Spartans' reputation as the greatest warriors of the ancient world. But behind the bravado, behind the brutal efficiency of the Spartan war machine, there was a darker reality. The Spartans were ruthless in their treatment of helots, the slave class that made up the backbone of their economy. The helots were forced to work long hours in harsh conditions and were brutally punished for even the smallest infractions. It was a system of oppression, one that was morally repugnant and based on the exploitation of the weak. And yet, the Spartans saw themselves as the pinnacle of human achievement. They were the masters of their own destiny, and they would stop at nothing to maintain their grip on power. It was a brutal, Darwinian world, where only the strongest survived and the weak were crushed beneath their heel. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about the Spartans and ancient Greek warfare, be sure to check out my next video, and let me know in the comments. What do you think about Spartan culture? Was it brutal, or was it simply necessary for their survival?